Now the other exercise that I like to use is what I've referred to as pair fifths. So I'm pairing up two different intervallic combinations here, where I'm starting on, and I can start higher up on the guitar again for the purpose of not feeling the stress in the hand, but I do usually start this one down in the lower frets. But let me jump up the fretboard here to show this. So this particular pattern, the paired fifths, what I'm doing, I'll start on C, is I'm going from C to G, that's a fifth, and G to D, fifth. From here, the next note I'm grabbing is an E flat. So this C to this E flat, you know, you could look at this as being a couple different things when it's spelled out. Let me go through the rest of it and then I'll go into more detail what I'm talking about. So the next note I grab is the E flat to the B flat and to an F. So what I do with this is I do run it up and I come right back down with it. And I hit back on the fifth of this above C. And I'll show you what else I do with that in just a moment, but let me go into more detail about what's happening here. So the way that I've looked at this is I have C as my starting point, and I'm building an intervallic structure on fifths. And then here, when I start an E flat, I'm building on fifths. The distance from this E flat to a C, that's the third interval, C to E flat. In this case, it's a little bit greater than that because it's a tenth, technically, going from here to here, because from C to this E flat would be a third, up above is a tenth. But to simplify it, it's a third. Now I could say that, you know, I'm dividing it off a half step above the last note that I hit, and then I go up a half step. But I just look at it as a minor third distance apart from each other. Now, this is minor. You could also see it as a minor 11 that you're building, because you do have the root, you have the fifth, there's the 9, you have the third, flat 3, the flat 7, and the 11. So you are building a minor 11 sound. So whether you see it as paired fifths, a minor third apart, or you see it as a C minor 11 structure built out, you know, as far as an arpeggio, totally up to you. The main point here, again, is that it's an exercise that I like to work on, and it does start to come out into my playing, or it has over the years that I've done this. This is an exercise I've done for multiple years now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I incorporate this into my practice.